Look at that guitar back there. What kind of guitar is that?
That is a Stephen Connor guitar.
I think I've heard
Yeah,
this. Huh.
probably one of the nicer guitars I've ever played in my life.
Nice. How long have you had it?
It's very new to me, just a couple months.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, a couple of months
Uh,
is very new.
yeah, so the guitar
Wow.
itself is not new. The guitar itself is 2014. It's
Mhm.
just it's new to me.
Right. Yeah, no,
But
still, that's crazy.
yeah,
It's
it's a
crazy.
great
Do you like
guitar.
it?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. It's super easy to play and it's like, it's powerful like you would expect from a Connor guitar, but I think my
Mm.
favorite part about it is the clarity. I mean, like when
Mhm.
when I get up into like the higher registers of the guitar, um, I'm not like fighting the basses with, the treble strings. It's just super clear
Mm.
throughout. It's one of those guitars that like gets you excited to practice. Like you want to like go
Yeah,
pick up and
yeah,
play your guitar. Like
yeah.
every time I take it out of the case, I'm like, oh, this is so great.
Mm.
you know,
It's like when you get
it's
the new strings on, you're like,
yeah,
oh man, this sounds so nice.
So it's the
yeah,
new string feeling for life.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Plus,
it
I'm
does
also
that.
I'm a sucker for like the smell of like the
Oh,
guitars, the
yeah.
classical guitars when it comes out of the case and it's got that like that wood, that guitar smell. I love that. It's catnip.
Yeah, every time I open up my guitar case, people are like, what smells like beef around here? What smells like beefaroni sticks? It's that new guitar smell, guys. It's that new guitar smell. Does that guitar have any like fancy specs on it? Like, does it have a sound port or elevated
Yeah,
fingerboard or anything? Any of that?
it has both of those things. So
Oh, look at that.
Connor,
That's the side angle.
yeah,
That's the
Connor
good
does.
angle.
He does like the oval
Mhm.
sound port, which is cool because I've played on guitars that have like just the small circles, and with this being so massive, you could like see the whole inside of the guitar. Like
Mm.
you can, I just like shine a flashlight and see like all of the bracing, which is pretty sweet. Um,
Yeah.
and then yeah, it's got the like the elevated uh, fingerboard, and it's got the
Mm.
um, it's
Man.
got the 20th fret, which I've yet to use. I've yet to have to use, but
Mm. It's got
I
that high
guess
C.
yeah.
Got
I
that
guess
high
if I
C.
it will probably come up at some point, and I'll be glad I have it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you don't even know this, but we've already lined up a sight reading test that includes the high C
Oh
for you
God,
today.
I should have practiced.
Oh man. Yeah. So Tony, you don't want to do the you don't want to do the line, the intro line. I still think it's good to do the intro line with a guest.
All
I
right,
love
let's do
doing
it
the
with
intro
the
line with a
guest.
guest. Welcome to the Guitar Arrangers Podcast, the greatest guitar arrangers podcast in the history of the universe.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be here all week.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great intro.
Yeah, Jim, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, Jim.
Uh, I am a classical guitarist.
Who am I?
Yeah, and I'm currently finishing up my doctoral degree at the University of Southern Mississippi. Um, I actually have a recital tonight.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What?
uh,
You didn't tell me this.
I'm it's kind of like a lecture recital, so I'll be speaking
Wow.
coincidentally about effective arranging practices is my lecture topic for tonight. So and that's what I did my dissertation on. So I
Awesome.
I'm super fan of this podcast.
Nice.
It's very relevant to stuff that I'm interested in and stuff that I've been studying. So
I'm so
cool.
curious. In your performance lecture, are you going to be talking about any specific examples of music?
Yeah. So the lecture is revolves around analysis. So I talk about what I consider are some important effective arranging techniques, um, but I use examples of what I think are effective arrangements to kind of point out these things that I'm saying. So, don't take my word for it. Look at this arrangement. It happens here, and that kind of thing. And then I'll just perform those arrangements at the end. So
yeah, what are some of those songs that you're playing? What are the names?
So they're all pretty like standard classical guitar stuff. So I'll be doing Granada and Sevilla, and the Nocien #1 that Dian's arranged for guitar. Spanish Dance #5 by Granados. Girl with the Flaxen Hair by Debussy, and Gollywog's Cakewalk by Debussy. I think that's all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's awesome. Cool. That's going to be really cool. It's such a funny thing because like normally I feel like it's normally it's not even like acknowledged that those pieces are arrangements in a concert. They're just like, yeah, here's Granada, or here's Asterius, here's this other piece, but they don't say like, oh yeah, that I'm gonna do like this kind of arrangement or arrangements by this person, or so that's really cool.
I'm sure if we all of us had a nickel for every time one of our students, were surprised to learn that, these great works by Albanese were written for piano. They had no idea. kind of.
Yeah. See, I'm such a Yamashita super fan. I only just realized last month Pictures at an Exhibition wasn't a guitar piece.
Yeah. that's definitely up there as like one of the great, all time. No. How did that possibly get arranged for the guitar so successfully?
Yes. Every time I see it and I don't see arranged by Yamashita next to it, I'm like, no, but Yamashita's the greatest.
Gotta pay respect.
Yes. Oh man, we have some pretty cool Yamashita arrangements of Mario today. Mario music.
Nice.
Don't we, Tony?
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So this will be a nice relaxing thing before the recital here, unless jumping right into some Mario arrangements. So I guess we were talking about doing Mario 64, and I decided to just stick with one song from the game this week because there's like probably 10 or 15 solid arrangements of every song in the game. So let me see. All right.
Yeah, and you texted me about doing coins or stars. I'm gonna leave it up to Jim. Yeah, what are we doing for our rating system, Jim? Should we give people coins today?
I mean, coins are great, but I feel like when at least in my experience playing the Mario games, you're always trying to get that star on each level, right?
Yeah.
Stars are pretty highly coveted in the Mario games. That's what he's always like after, So
stars it is. Boom. Yes, we're gonna give every person 64 stars. Super Mario 64. All right.
So the song is Dire Dire Docks. I have been seeing this or hearing this song on so many like animal meme videos on Instagram Reels, and this is this song has recently like regained in popularity and become sort of a meme thing. So let's check out the original really quick, and then we'll jump into some arrangements. All right. A very effective piece for converting it to guitar because there's no like sustained notes or anything. It's like very percussive.
Right.
Yeah. Electronic music is like I'm trying to transcribe a bunch of electronic music for guitar right now, and it's like sometimes it's the best stuff you can find because of the repetitive synths.
But it can either be the best or the worst.
That's how I feel about. You've seen the electronic guitar, the Casio DG1 or DG20 or whatever. It kind of sounds like this, and I want one so I can play this kind of music on the Casio DG1. But then a lot of people are saying it's like really unplayable, and it's more like a toy than a real instrument. And so that's why I feel it's either going to be like really, really good or really, really bad.
I feel like what I like about this song in particular is the simplicity of the melody, and it's just, I feel like that is kind of a constant theme in so many of these classic video game soundtracks by Nintendo, is such memorable melodies, like you recognize them almost instantly.
I definitely feel more often with Nintendo games, you walk away with like, oh, that soundtrack was really good, or there was a song in there that I really liked. And when I'm playing like Xbox games, I almost never feel that way.
Right.
Maybe there's like a few games, but like it's like even all the different Mario games all have kind of different themes. Like the Mario Galaxy themes are like really, really nice, and the regular Mario games, Super Mario's, and then this one, 64, like every single one of those hits. Halo, we got one song.
But it's a good one though.
That's the next episode. We're doing more Halo.
Oh man, we tried to do a Halo episode before, but I couldn't get the voice to come in with the name of the like power-ups or whatever.
Oh.
Spectacular.
Killing spree.
There's too many of them. There's too many. Anyway, I don't think anyone in the arrangements today gets down on this percussion stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. But I'm curious to see if that gets
maybe
attacked. That'll be interesting.
Maybe the trio. All right, let's jump into them. Sorry, give me 1 second. I have to open my door for my.
Wow, Tony, can you believe this guy? And also, he's obviously lying because both those doors behind him are closed. Look at that one with the star on it. He's going off to get more sparkling water. I already know. I already know it. Or to pet the Turkish cats that roam the streets over there. That's where Tony is right now.
That's where he is. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. They got a lot of cats.
What
Tony, tell
there?
Jim about it. He's got so many cats. You guys got so many cats up there in Turkey.
Oh well, they live everywhere. In the city, people put cat beds out for them and shelters, and there's people who just go around and leave food everywhere and water.
They're
everywhere.
A sweet gesture. Do you have any that like keep returning to like your house area? Like any regulars?
Oh, definitely. And the high school that I teach at has like 3 or 4 like families of cats with little kittens. There are a couple of them in the cafeteria today.
Oh wow.
They can just walk into like any building, no one will stop them.
That's so weird.
That's nuts.
Oh man.
This is cool. Once I get a bigger apartment, I need to get a cat inside here as well.
Uh-oh. Tony's crazy cat lady phase is upon us.
It's starting.
All right. Jonathan Valenzuela.
Yes. All right. So I thought we'll listen to this one first, and then he expanded it into like an hour long mix for going to sleep to or something. I thought that was kind of cool. So we'll just check this out and then see what he did with it.
Sounds like maybe it's the same key as the original.
gosh, Tony. Doesn't this guy look like Josh? His guitar is all scuffed up in the same place, very similar rosette, same jacket, same kind of glasses and facial hair. Oh my gosh.
Now I'm gonna have to pop a picture of Josh up on the screen for
Mr. Mayonnaise. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Really, really clean playing.
Yeah, I really like the harmonic.
He gets the one take award.
Yeah, that in and of itself is probably worth a few stars.
Still got his
Nice.
clip-on tuner on his head of his guitar.
Oh God, I'm so guilty of that.
I didn't even see that.
I hate it when people put it on the sound hole.
Oh yeah.
You know, I tried that once, and it actually was like causing like a little bit of like a rattling sound, and so I immediately, decided that was not for me. But that might have just been like my tuner or something. I don't know.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than a little rattle on your guitar when you're trying to play. Like, oh my gosh,
I know, it's so distracting.
Nice. Well, that was pretty solid, and I mean, really captured pretty much everything I could think of in the original. Worked quite well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought obviously the playing was pretty perfectly clean, and I think he did a great job kind of highlighting the melody. And I think like sometimes that is a difficult thing to navigate when you have like an arpeggiated piece, and he kind of got that accompaniment kind of rolling up, and I feel like it could be easy to have the melody get like mixed into that, and I was able to hear the melody pretty clearly throughout.
Yeah, I'm like, how is it going to be? How are all these other ones going to be like different? You know what I mean? I'm like, it's hard to see it going any other way because this seemed like such a literal interpretation.
True.
I will say the percussion. That's the one thing, but when you only have like one guitar, how you just eventually run out of hands, fingers.
We need Andy McKee.
Yeah.
We need some Candy Rat covers. Are there any Candy Rat covers in the queue for this episode, Tony?
I tried to get a pretty diverse mix of arrangements on here, so we'll see what happens.
Secrets.
Keep your
secrets.
Wait, so what's the all right. So I mean, what is the highest star score? Because don't you get a star for like every level or something? Or can you get
I don't know the total number of stars
whatever
that you can get in the game, but I haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah.
But
we like to pick miscellaneous amounts of stars. We like to include a very large and diverse range of numbers. Keeps Tony's editing skills on point.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm going to say 24 stars and 732 gold coins.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. I'm going to say 30 stars and a high five. Boom. Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking like my highest like would be like 64 stars just because.
Oh, okay. I like it.
So I'll just because this is the first one of the day and that was super clean, let's call it, I'll give it 60 stars because I was missing that percussion element. And I'll throw in 100 gold coins so he could refinish his guitar.
You're a rich man. Oh my gosh.
Nice. Yeah, let's quickly check out. So I think it's the same. Yeah. So he made this version too, which is extended for studying relaxation. I thought this was kind of interesting. He added like reverb, and I think he might have added.
Yeah, I do feel like light strings.
He added MIDI, so it's kind of like I haven't seen anyone do this really yet, but it's kind of a cool idea.
It's a really nice presence. That like the MIDI in the background is almost like hard to even hear, but I feel like it just adds like a richness, or like just kind of fills out a little more.
So this is the studying relaxation mix. I think it's an hour long. I just jumped in like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we gotta watch the whole thing, Tony. Don't be disrespectful.
I just wanted to highlight this idea.
Yeah,
all right.
This is kind of a perfect candidate for like a studying, playlist.
I mean, at
So
this
beautiful.
point, it could be in the game, like.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next up on the list. All right, so there's so many people that we have on like on a weekly basis, so I was trying to make it a little different this week. So Sam Griffin does every song, and anyway, this guy T Wood Music has edited Sam Griffin's arrangement, so whatever that means. Anyway, he's gonna perform the Sam Griffin arrangement.
Interesting.
Just to give someone else's video a play here.
Oh, bonus points for being on a dock.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Immediate bonus points.
He takes it seriously.
Do you think he lives there, or do you think he like drove all the way out just to be just to get this shot?
He probably lives right on the boat behind him.
On that tiny life raft.
And I wonder if he has his case open and people are leaving some tips as he plays.
Wow. That's two birds with one stone. Get a nice video and get $7 for a ham sandwich afterwards.
So this one also seems like it's in the original key.
Definitely some higher position stuff going on here. I demand the next video takes place underwater. Johannes Mahler could do it. That man plays outside in the snow.
Oh, does he really?
Underwater. Yeah. He's got some videos of him playing like Barrios out in the middle of a frozen lake.
Oh wow.
Something.
That's impressive. I get annoyed when it's just a little too chilly in the room that I'm playing in. This
No, I
guy's
feel
playing
that.
in the snow.
I feel that. Yeah, get that man a scuba suit. Let's see what he can really do. So nice.
Yeah.
I like the extra harmonics at the end and kind of like the slowdown. It's got some interesting stuff like that's like added to it that makes it maybe a little less like literal with the song, but I kind of like it. Huh.
Yeah, I thought it was great playing, and the arrangement is solid. I'm just curious to know like what edits he might have made from Sam's arrangement. Yeah, it definitely felt more like a performance, with like a little bit of breaths in between some of the shifts, a little more like care, I think, to some of like the phrasing, just compared to like the original soundtrack of it just being pretty straight, you know. I thought that made it a little bit more enjoyable overall of a performance, but both solid arrangements.
Yes, like the last guy definitely tried to make it like more literal, and this guy's and Sam Griffin have tried to make it more of like a performance piece, like what you're saying. Yeah. Yep. How many stars do we think this guy should get?
All right. Well, since it was pretty similar, I can't stray too far from my last one. I personally like phrasing it like the video game way more. So personal preference, I guess. But not gonna dire dock too many points for that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Tony is banned from this podcast.
That was right there. That had to be said.
Yeah. So I don't know. I forgot how many gold coins I gave last time, but 23 stars and 742 gold coins.
Oh man, you guys are so generous. Oh my gosh. You know, the economy is in shambles. I don't have all these coins to give away. And so I'm going to give this guy 30 stars and a sack of fish. Yeah, because he's at the dock. That way he'll have a good lunch after this video.
I'll give 62 stars because I think I did appreciate the fact that he shot this on a dock. I thought that really helps the video. And I do like the phrasing. I mean, I like both, ways of playing it kind of straight if you can do it convincingly. And I like how he was kind of phrasing it and taking his time. I like both. So I'll give him 200 coins so he could get a beer with his sack of fish for lunch.
All right, nice. And we'll just throw those into the guitar case. Busking,
yes, but not the fish style. Not the fish and the coins, right? Because that might that probably has to be refrigerated.
It'll ruin the guitar smell.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Who do we got next?
Let's just do the other solo classical one then. Get them all out of the way. This one's a little bit different. I remember the tempo being slower on this one.
This guy's got fancy.
Joseph Miller is also the name of our dear friend in Arizona. Not the same guy.
Okay.
But anyway.
Doppelgangers everywhere. Interesting. He's doing two notes.
Yeah,
it's harmonic.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Are both of those harmonics? Like, are they two harmonics or just one regular, and one harmonic?
I think it might be two harmonics, and he's plucking them both with his thumb.
That's cool.
We could try it at the end. Pause the video at that chord, and we'll try it. But this guy's serious. He's in the studio right now. He doesn't have time to go vacation by the docks. This is serious business. Yeah, whoever installed the doorknob behind him was not into serious business. Look at that. Talk about a round peg in a square hole.
So actually, at this slower tempo, I feel like the more classical music phrasing sounds really nice. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think the ability to sustain these big chords is, I guess, one reason to take it at a slower tempo. You know, he's doing a great job at letting all these notes ring, and it's just creating a really beautiful sound. You know.
Yeah, I'd go a lot slower if I had to do double harmonics.
Yeah.
I don't think like the very metronomic video game thing would work at this tempo.
Right.
You'd have to put dire docs slowed, you know, in parentheses. That's how the TikTok kids do it.
All right, I got one. This is a performance of Dire Ducks.
Like extra
right.
slow.
Goodbye. I'll see everyone. Thanks. I apologize.
You, if you've ever seen the podcast before, you have no idea how many of Thomas and my jokes I've had to edit out.
Oh.
I think another good test, you know, to see if like a tempo like this is successful is, you know, do you think it would be convincing to someone that had never heard the original, you know, and didn't know it was supposed to be faster? I think it would still sound great. You know, I think he's doing such a great job of sustaining all these lines that it's convincing.
Definitely. And that's a little bit new. The artificial harmonic section there.
Nice.
That's interesting how he's doing the harmonics. It's almost like he's holding the node with the index finger and then plucking with the thumb, but he was doing it like over the sound hole. That's kind of a weird way to do it.
Yeah.
Why not just do
works.
fifth fret? Guys, what's wrong with fifth fret harmonics? No, I don't know.
It's not hard enough.
It's not mysterious. Okay, it's not mysterious enough. But everybody's one taking these today, it feels like.
Yeah, pretty impressive playing throughout. I mean,
yeah, it does not seem like a play along video, and it doesn't seem like it's cut. So everybody's one taking these today. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why everybody's arrangements are like much more performance focused instead of like recording focused.
Right. That's a good point.
But it's interesting. That's super interesting. Tony, can you back it up? Where does he do that double harmonics? Now I'm curious.
At the beginning, you mean?
What is Blue Blazes?
Yeah, the beginning.
All right.
What is he? He does it at the very beginning, like a punch.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah, he's doing third fret on both of the strings, but he's doing it at the same time. So maybe like.
So he's just moving like his thumb just through both strings just very quickly.
It's something like that, or
yeah.
or he's using the side of his finger, and he's playing with the thumb in the middle.
Wow.
To get that. So that's pretty crazy. That's very different.
Yeah. Probably pretty difficult too. And that's something that happens like 3 or 4 times, that opening.
Yeah, like double stopping a string like that is very aggressive thing, and then you have to keep it really mellow though to make it like a nice harmonic. So
yeah, that actually just counted as my senior recital.
Nice.
Yeah. This guy,
good catch
cool.
there.
That technique is pretty cool. It definitely deserves, at the very least an extra big bag of fish as a reward. At least. Yeah. What do you think, Jim? You're up first for the rating. What do you think?
I'm gonna give 62 stars again. Because all these performances are just so sound. They're so solid, and I think they just capture the essence of the song itself. And I'm holding my 64 stars for percussion. I want to hear that percussion section, towards the end. That's like the best part to me. So, but I'm definitely going to throw in like 500 coins for the double harmonic technique and for a new doorknob. Update that.
Yes, I'm going to give this guy I'm going to give this guy 28 stars, because I start giving 60 stars now. People are going to think I was being mean to the first two people. So now I've pigeonholed myself.
I'm stuck in my range. Yeah,
I'm stuck in this range now. But I'm going to give him one of those. I'm going to give him one of those mushrooms that Mario eats that makes him shoot fireballs. Boom.
Nice.
Is it? No, that's the flower. Yeah, I'm going to give him a beautiful fire flower.
Oh, right.
Boom.
Nice. I'll say 26 gold stars and 590 gold coins.
Nice. So beautiful.
All right. Cool. So now we're going to move away from the solo classical guitar stuff to, let's see. All right, what about a guitar quartet acoustic arrangement here? TomWinter. So acoustic guitar, steel string. Now, is he playing? All right, he's playing those guitars upside down.
I think you're right.
Like left. He's playing a right-handed guitar, left-handed.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That is not Martha Masters approved, gentlemen.
Oh my gosh. So he's doing those melodies with his thumb.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to just be something like he learned that, he taught himself, kind of like learned that way, right? I mean,
yeah, I will say it is Wes Montgomery approved.
Once you start this way, I don't think you can. It's too late to change now.
No.
He's
got a primo loop technique. The underhanded scoop with the thumb under. He's ready. Get this man a Renaissance lute. I'm down. TomWinter is actually related to Mrs. Winter from Alan's Miss Winter's Jump.
Oh, there's the percussion.
Quintet, excuse me.
Nice.
They just keep coming. but pluck string ensemble with percussion, it's the future. It's the future. It's so good. It just works really so well.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just still so fascinated by the upside down guitar. Like that's so interesting to me, because you got to think, like, if you're like self-taught and you're picking up a guitar, and the resources that you're probably going to, like, okay, I want to learn how to play a chord. When you go online, you're going to see the chord fingering in its proper way. So he that seems maybe almost like it would have been a deliberate choice then to to learn all the chords upside down. It's so interesting.
It's really interesting that it does work both ways, like, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few guitarists who have been successful with this.
Yeah, like Fernando Sor. This is how he played.
Sore? No. Okay, I was like,
the silence.
Was there like a big article that came out that I missed?
Yeah.
It's gonna
this
be
is
like
how Dallin played, guys. Come on, are you serious?
They throw that curveball at you at your thesis defense. You're just like, what? Oh my god!
And the one last question: which way did Sore play the guitar? Upside down or not?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It doesn't seem to be like making it any more difficult for him. I mean, it seems like he's just playing it just as easily as if it was flipped upright.
Yeah, we'll have to give this guy the Bach code, and then we'll see what happens. Then we'll see what happens. But I'm inclined to give this guy 64 stars just because there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
So it's only going to end up being like 16 stars each. And then they got to pay the guest artist that showed up in the center with the little, throw him a little kickback. They each got to chip in. So it's probably going to be 15, 12 stars each by the end. But yeah, 64 stars. And well, I'm all out of fish. I should have given that last guy sodium my fish. I should have given the whole bag. Yeah, Tony, what are you thinking?
Okay, I mean, absolutely, like, nails the sound of the original song. Quite literally, like, probably included everything that was in the original song as close as possible. I do feel like with arranging, I'm always more impressed when people find a way to include all the elements without having to add an extra guitar each time. So, like, there's some of these YouTube videos where we've seen where even someone will add, all of a sudden there's a 5th guitarist and then a 6th one and then a 7th one just for like one extra note. And I think I'm always more impressed if they can limit it to like 4 and see. I think cutting stuff out is like a important part of arranging skill, but at the same time, for YouTube videos, I don't know, maybe it's not so important. And since you're playing it all by yourself, split screen, maybe that's a position that I shouldn't hold. But anyway, based on the sound, I'm gonna give this one 23 gold stars and 724 gold coins.
Interesting. I think it's a good point about like adding a guitar to have one roll, for just the sake of like one thing or one note, and because especially with this arrangement, these arrangements we've seen 3 solo versions have almost everything in the song, without the percussion. So it's like, could he probably have done this on like 2 guitars or 3 guitars and still been able to get the percussion in? Probably. But yeah, I thought that by doing 4 guitars, he still, I think, like, they were all busy enough that I felt like they were justifiably 4 guitars there. Like, was trying to look at all of them pretty quickly, but it seemed like they all were staying pretty busy. So I thought it was pretty good. I'm giving 64 because I said I wanted to hear the percussion, and I heard the percussion, and it was solid. I mean, like, it was really, really great. The recording was perfect, and the percussion was super great, and 64 stars, and a nice 500 coins. Nice, good number there.
All right, nice.
Buy yourself something nice.
Because he's got to, like you said, Tom. He's got to pay all the musicians. That's got to get spread around.
Yeah,
this is like a tax fraud scheme. He's got a bunch of employees he's got to pay, and it's the same guy.
Whoa.
Sorry, I didn't say anything. I'm not trying to snitch here or whatever. I didn't see nothing.
That's what happened with the Beatles. We all learned that they were all Paul McCartney all along. No. Yeah, this guy, what I will say, one of the things about the percussion with this is it was like really on. It was like really on beat. And I feel like we've even watched some videos like on this podcast where the percussion is done by a guitarist, and it's like,
I wonder if this guy's a drummer, because I know a couple drummers who are left-handed and just like pick up their homie's guitar and like learn how to play guitar.
Interesting.
I'm gonna click on his YouTube channel and see if I'm wrong. Oh, it's all video game.
Oh, cool.
Anyway.
Looks like he does a lot of the classic.
Nope. Yeah. All right, let us try another one. All right, what was that? Acoustic guitar solo. So steel string acoustic guitar solo.
The timbre is so different.
Yeah.
Now, this is not solo, actually. There's a backing track doing all the bass notes.
This reminds me of like
so I was wrong about that.
This reminds me of the playing reminds me of like a Mexican corridos. You know, like the pop songs they have. They play like very strongly with the picks. The timbre is almost exactly the same.
Interesting. I mean, now for the rest of these, I'm just let down that he's just playing the guitar the normal. That he's just playing the guitar the normal way.
Oh yeah.
Everybody played it upside down.
Oh, he's playing it on easy mode, whatever.
Got one of those moonlights in the back that every guitar arranger must have. You can't be a guitar arranger without a little moonlight on your desk.
I gotta get one.
Yeah, you better have to get one before the lecture recital tonight.
I didn't have one behind me.
Bring it with you to the lecture recital.
My committee's gonna be like, this guy talks of arranging, but he has no light behind him. He has no
where's his orb?
I'm not listening to anything he's saying.
Well, I hear a bass guitar too, so I'm not sure.
It's true.
Now there's a harmony.
Oh, yeah.
So this might even be like 4 guitars or 3 guitars and a bass.
A spicy note.
I wish he'd like have the other tracks visible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to fault somebody's like video editing skills though, but
True.
But I think that would be really cool. I mean, since they're doing more than half of the stuff that you're hearing.
Right.
Yeah, some non-guitar person's gonna be like, I'm playing the same exact notes as this guy. Why doesn't it sound the same?
I know. I always wonder if people think that. Yeah.
Man,
I mean, it could be potentially like a successful trio quartet arrangement. It would be interesting to know for sure what's going on. I do actually think that some of the harmonized melody sounded cool. Maybe that's my like Iron Maiden fandom like kicking in.
Yeah, no, I definitely would agree with that, only because it's probably like the first of the videos just to kind of differentiate it from the other ones that they've taken like the term arranging more literally, of like adding some stuff, themselves that isn't just a literal transcription. So just like making it a little bit their own was probably refreshing, like the most refreshing part about this performance. I think it was, especially in this video format where it's just him, we don't see the other recordings that he made, other loops. I think it was definitely a nice part of the video when the harmonies came in.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. It's like, and Tony was kind of touching on this earlier. There's like arranging as a means of like reducing a piece down and cutting things out such that it can be done on a solo guitar. And then there's arranging in the sense of like you could take a song and then add to it. Like if you were to take a lead sheet, like Roland Dienz took all those lead sheets and made the Night and Day album that has the 12 jazz songs, and they're all done up with like different fancy techniques and different sections that are all like, unique and cool and different in these different ways that a normal person probably wouldn't just improvise on the spot. So it's like there's like arranging is like adding and interpreting. And then there's like what Tony was saying, where it's like, man, if you're just taking all the same parts of a song and then you're playing them on a different instrument, but you're not necessarily changing anything, is that even arranging, or is that just an instrumentation change? Which I think is a funnier argument for Tony to be making, considering that he's got the Cuban landscapes for electric guitar on his channel, which I would consider that to be an arrangement. I would consider it if you do Cuban landscapes, but you do it all on electric guitars instead of classicals, and you add effects and stuff. That's an arrangement of sorts. But I don't know. I see Tony's thinking of he's got a response.
Well, no, I mean with the specifically those Brower Cuban landscapes on electric guitar, I'm really not sure that they're arrangements. In fact, to me, it doesn't feel like an arrangement. But the only argument I guess I would make for it being an arrangement is learning how to play them with guitar picks instead of finger picking. So I did have to change a lot of stuff in that aspect. And and then effects, because some of the notes can sustain on electric guitar forever. But I don't know if I consider that an arrangement.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I don't know if there's an answer.
I think in my YouTube description, I have it in quotes, arranged for guitar by me, because I'm not sure if it's really an arrangement.
I feel like you could go down, rabbit hole with this discussion of like transcription versus arrangement versus just changing the instrumentation, because the definition of these words probably change depending on who you ask, right? And I guess that's ultimately what matters, is just what it, I guess, means to the person making the arrangement. Like I would say if you're gonna utilize the instrument that you're arranging it for, if you're going to utilize that instrument's unique capabilities, then that's closer to an arrangement. So I want to play this piece of music on this different instrument that inherently sounds different, can do different techniques, has these options, you're taking advantage of the uniqueness of that instrument. I think that's what makes it more of an arrangement.
Yeah. And I think knowing like the purpose of the final product, like for example, if you're trying to sell the sheet music or something. So I played Brower's Cuban Landscapes on electric guitars, but I wouldn't sell a version of the sheet music arranged for electric guitars. So there's no real need to credit me as an arranger, because you could still, if anyone wanted to play it, they could just buy the classical guitar version and play it on electric guitar. So I guess I think of arranging sometimes as like, I wouldn't be able to play this unless I bought somebody else's arrangement, or if I spent a lot of time working on making this.
Right.
And yeah, maybe arranger is like a tool that's just used for publishing companies to know where the money needs to go.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm like, forget the semantics. I was never much of an English professor anyway. So to me, I'm just like, I got a song that I like, and it's not a guitar song, but I still want to play it. Still want to play it so bad.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
I just wanted the name of our podcast to be really hard to pronounce with a bunch of A's and R's back to back in a row. So that's all that's important to me.
Pirates love it. I'll tell you that.
Very good.
But did we give this guy a rating?
Oh no, we didn't give this guy a rating. We were just sorry. The Philosophers Club. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 28 stars, and I'm gonna give him 10 of those underwater squid guys from the Mario games. Boom.
All right,
Yeah.
21 stars and 489 gold coins.
Nice. I'll go back down to 60 stars because no percussion, but I liked the green moonlight thing.
Yes.
In the back of the video. Yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
Amazing. Yeah, what do we got next?
Let's
And
move along.
Tony, do you mind if we take 5?
Yeah. I mean, no. I could use another sparkling water myself.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta get up and it's been a whole hour. I gotta use the restroom. Let's take. Whoa! I know this guy. Whoa! Okay, when we come back.
All right, when we come back, we find out how Thomas knows this guy.
All right. This is always a cool video technique where they look like they're both sitting next to each other in the same room.
And it's hilarious to change the shirt color.
Yeah, it really adds to the reality. Although, I don't know, he could be a twin. I don't know.
He could be a twin. I guess Thomas apparently knows him, so maybe we'll find out the truth.
Yeah, it's a pretty guitar. I like the designs, like purfling around the body.
Yeah, I've been more interested in like the more wood grainy looking rosettes and trim, I guess you could call that.
Sure.
It looks
Are there any guitars, luthiers, I mean, that you're fond of their guitars, I guess, just for their appearance?
That guy, Aaron Ringo, like wood ring guitars.
I've heard that name. I can't like picture his guitars off the top of my head, but I definitely am familiar with that name.
Yeah, those are cool. It has a really yeah, he does like wood grain sound holes, which I think are really cool. Or
Sweet.
rosettes. And then there's that guy in Arizona, Jeremy Cooper. So Thomas and I both studied in Arizona, and so it's like a guitar you see a lot there, a lot of Coopers. I think
Gotcha.
All of the people who win that like David Russell Bach competition, I think they get a Cooper guitar, or I don't know, one of the competitions at University of Arizona.
There's a David Russell, I guess. Is it David Russell judged? Like he's judging and it's just Bach, music of Bach.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we went to Arizona State, and there's another university there, University of Arizona.
Right.
That's it's a very like a lot of like contest winner people have studied at that school. There's a lot of
I know Steve Lerman. I think he went to University of Arizona, I think, for some degree. Might have been his doctorate. So I actually, for my paper, I interviewed Frank Kuntz.
Okay.
And he was a great interview. I had never met him before, and I was pretty impressed with just how smart this guy was about arranging and guitar music. And I guess his like area of expertise is like Baroque music, and the Bach work specifically. But it was really a pleasure to talk with him. Was it just as awesome studying with him, or just getting to hear him?
Well, actually, Thomas and I, we both studied with his successor, Gigi.
So cool.
But we were there like literally 1 year after. So I did meet him, and I know so many people who studied with him and everything, and I've talked to him a little bit about his books as well. I've played through some of that rep. He has the Wela book and like the Spanish guitar, and
cool.
then all the Bach stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely like the first, I think, edition of arrangements I was handed when I first wanted to learn the Bach stuff. Was just
back. He's got the sparkling water. It's gonna be a good episode. All right.
Anyway, yeah, it would be interesting to hear more about the thesis project as well. So maybe we'll talk more about that one in the future. I have a lot of questions.
cool.
Yeah. Is it gonna be live streamed?
I wish starting this semester, my university stopped doing live streaming events for student recitals. They had been doing it, for the last 2 years, but I guess it takes so much manpower to run that setup. Like for the live stream team, it takes like 4 or 5 students that have to be back there working everything. And I guess their thought was enough people are feeling comfortable coming back to see these concerts in person so that it wasn't worth having the live stream. So unfortunately it won't be live stream, but I am recording it myself personally. So I will have a video recording and be happy to share with
everybody. We'd love to see it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I bet that university's not giving you a discount now. They're just like, we're not going to give you back the money that we would have spent on all those on all the technology and all those engineers and people to run everything. We're just going to keep that money instead and give you one less service. Yeah.
Well, that's why they had students doing it in the first place. Probably didn't.
That's true.
Thanks.
All right, Thomas. So that was like a cliffhanger commercial break from the podcast. How do you know this guy? What's the deal?
Yeah. Well, now that you guys are, now that the audience is thoroughly satiated with Domino's pizza advertisements that we always put in the middle of our podcast. Now, I know this guy. This is Colin Deibert. Colin Deibert was a master's student at Oklahoma City University when I was an undergrad there. And we worked together on a couple of big arrangements.
Really?
including there was an arrangement I did with him. I believe it was with him. I can't remember because it's all fuzzy. Maybe it was I don't know. I think there was some kind of concerto. There were several concertos that we kind of arranged while we were there, and I think one of them was like this Baroque concerto that we worked on. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like he was working on it and he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too tedious. Thomas, you do this. So pass it out to me. But
Classic
he's very
collaboration.
versatile. Yeah, he's a very versatile guy too. His senior recital, he did half electric guitar, half classical guitar. And it was all really good. And he played like a full box suite and played some jazz standards and yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. So crazy to see this guy by total happenstance. I see him every time I go back to the Romero Institute. I see him.
Well, I'll have you DM him this roasting that we're about to provide.
Yeah. See how his bulking phase is going. That was the last I heard. He was in a bulking phase. He's getting swole.
Oh wow! All right. Maybe he'll do Donkey Kong next or something. All right, let's check this out.
First one to not do harmonics, right? I guess in that intro.
He's filming the computer with Mario footage. Nice. Yeah, he left the harmonics out.
Yes, actually, few people know this, but I only know this because we're such close buddies. But Colin Deibert is actually deeply afraid of harmonics. Every time somebody played harmonics, he'd have to leave the room. Probably a result why his arrangements like this.
What an interesting tidbit that now enhances my.
Oh yeah. Oh, and the concert was a master's recital concert. Don't be mad at me, Colin. Don't be mad at me. I can't remember all these dates.
So on that shot just now of screen recording, 71 gold stars. So I was completely wrong about.
Oh wow!
I thought the star numbers were lower, but anyway, I guess you can go way higher. So I've been lowballing everyone today.
You're gonna hear from them. I mean, they're gonna be very unhappy.
That's why he never got that. He never went to get that doctorate degree. That's why he's got so many stars. It takes a lot of time.
Yes,
he's got a great studio. He's got a super cool studio setup.
Yeah, the production on this is really enjoyable.
His keyboard in the backgrounds, lighting up in different ways and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like having a studio like this at home is this is I guess what you envision when you're like, if I could have a recording studio, it would look something like this, like big computer, nice speakers, nice setup.
And
he's got the light. I see the red light he's got.
Oh yeah.
How old is this video? Oh, there's the harmonics. Okay, I take back what I said.
2 years ago.
Take it back.
He's grown. he's able to handle harmonics now. So
yeah,
had to work his way up.
He got over his phobia. Amazing. Yeah, and that's really the most priceless thing of all. Wow, so beautiful. Back to you, Kate Snow. Anyways. So, Tony, you go first. You haven't given a star rating first yet, have you?
Who knows? All right. I'm gonna say 23 gold stars to keep it within my range, and 802 gold coins. It was a it's a solid duo arrangement, and I think what I like about this and the solo guitar arrangements is that you could give this sheet music to any guitarists, and they could learn this, and they would want to perform it, because they're both guitars are kind of equally busy and participate the whole time. So I think that's something useful for an arrangement. So yeah, effective duo arrangement.
Amazing. Yes, I'm gonna give this guy 100 stars, breaking out of my range because I have a conflict of interest.
Thomas is afraid.
I see.
Colin's getting stronger.
We gotta bolster up our own people
someday.
We gotta bolster up our own people. You know what I mean? We gotta boost our own people.
I feel safe overseas.
Yeah, I'll give him 60 gold stars. I feel like my ratings are boring. But yeah, I think just pretty much exactly what Tony said. It was like a solid duo arrangement. Well played. It was, I think, like you said, I agree, equal parts would have just as good of a time playing Guitar 1 or Guitar 2. All the elements that you know from the song were there: melody, accompaniment, clean playing. He cloned himself, which was cool. The studio looks sick. So, I mean, just an all-around good video.
There's actually his twin. They're attached at the lower leg.
It's funny.
That's why the camera's cut off.
We were wondering
that when you were gone. I was like, I maybe he does have a twin brother. I don't know.
So it's not the same guy twice because he has a different color shirt. So
they're conjoined by the ankles.
Even more impressive.
Just like Miley Cyrus was when she was born.
Really?
No, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
I'm so gullible.
Don't know what to believe anymore.
I'm gonna go around telling my friends, like, hey, did you guys know Miley Cyrus was actually conjoined at the ankles when she was born?
Yeah, we're learning a lot today. That was actually the last one that I was wanting to play. If we have time for one more, OttawaGuitarTrio, I kind of want to see what they did.
Yeah.
So I have a list here called repeat customers. So Jonas, I can never say his last name. Levert.
I didn't know that we even had customers.
OttawaGuitarTrio and Sam Griffin. So I mean, they, I bet Beyond the Guitar probably played this too, and John Oath and all the people on YouTube who do like every song. So anyway,
those guys are prolific. They're seriously like everything, every popular video game.
Yeah. So I try and give them a break so that we're not talking about the same people every week. But I kind of want to see what OttawaGuitarTrio did, just because we haven't seen a guitar trio today.
Whoa! What kind of guitar is he? An 8-string? Is it a Brahms guitar?
Oh, he does.
I like that it's cutaway too. That's like extra cool.
Brahms. It's crazy.
I never noticed that. He wasn't using that in the last video for sure.
Yeah, no way.
All right. Anyway.
Oh, this is going fast. Woo! You can't be sleeping when you join the OttawaGuitarTrio. Jeez.
in sync with each other and record. Oh, that middle voice. I feel like it's really coming out clearly in this video that I haven't really heard too much in the other videos.
Yeah, that's something new.
Oh, nice.
I knew they were going to do the percussion. That's why I wanted to play.
Nice.
That's why I wanted to play it.
He was the one who did the Star Wars scale that was dovetailed between the three of them with a sort of picking technique too. So he does this all the time. This guy.
Oh, that's why he's using the H string guitar.
Yeah, that is not GFA approved, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, really nice.
I also like that they have the music up on the screen too. I think that's just a nice little extra thing to have there.
Yeah.
I thought that was the fourth performer.
I mean, if you got a guitar trio, you gotta have that fourth panel's gotta have something.
Yeah.
So perfect.
Yeah, that or one person's going to start having ego problems. You know what I mean? One person has to have the extra big
A
screen.
little bit bigger.
How come John always gets the extra big screen, huh? It's Mike's time to shine.
It's got to be whoever makes the arrangement gets the big screen, right?
Oh, I like that rule. I
That's
like that
fair.
rule.
That's
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, these guys, I'm gonna go with another 64 stars for these guys because again, they're gonna have to split it between the three of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't even know that 64 is divisible by 3. So that's gonna create some problems again. Maybe
64 definitely for me too. That was just a great performance. So the percussion was sweet. Having the H string guitar was sweet. And then that middle line that comes in like whatever, like on the third repeat of the main melody, you know, you can not to say that the other videos didn't have that. It's just it was kind of hard to hear if they were in there, and this one was like super clear, and it's a nice little counter voice that adds a little bit of diversity to this like otherwise repeating melody, you know. So I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like they're really good at expanding this without making it sound unnatural or like a different piece or something.
Right.
So everything that they added really worked well. Yeah, I mean, okay, I can't just now switch to a 64 star scale rating. So I'm gonna say 27 gold stars, which is my highest gold stars of the day. And we'll say 749 gold coins. All right.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Well,
turns out
earned.
it turns out that's exactly the number of coins that 8-string harp guitar cost. The 8-string Brahms guitar. So they're just breaking even at this point. No need to hesitate with a high rating.
Yeah, these guys are pretty consistent. I mean, I'm sure that I haven't seen like all their videos, but I've seen like a good amount, and they're always solid.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to go toe to toe with that guy on the bottom screen with all the skulls in the background. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's all the people that he's defeated in guitar competitions.
Guitar battles. And he's got that look on his face like,
He's like,
I'm off the floor with him.
Yeah, awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You sure you don't want to watch that 1 hour version, Tony? That 1 hour version of they could have been something good in there. There could have been something we missed. All I want to know is how I get a hold of this. Did you say that you're just doing the performance lecture? Or did you say that you're doing that you've written a dissertation or something already?
Both. So
I want to know how to get a hold of those so I can read them.
Yeah, I can send you a copy of it. I mean, if you're interested in reading it, I feel like you guys are probably one of the few people that would be interested in reading such a document. It's like, if you're not interested in this type of thing, it's like pretty dry.
I feel like I can't not read it. Like, I gotta know. I gotta know these arranging techniques in case I missed one.
I'm doing such a great job at promoting all my hard work. Like, it's pretty dry. It's pretty. You won't want to read it. Trust me. No. You're not gonna like it. Yeah. if you're interested in arranging, then this is the paper for you. No, but I'll definitely send you guys a copy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We definitely want to check that out. Yeah, and
Sure.
see what questions we get from that. So, we'd love to talk to you more another time.
Yeah, definitely. We'll stay in touch. And I will say, I did the other day. I listened to your arrangement of the planets.
This guy. It
was awesome. Seriously,
Get out of here. Get out of here. We're bringing it back.
We're bringing it back. A massive, like just the. I don't know, the courage to like take that on it's such a
oh my gosh
well-known piece of music, and it's such a massive piece, I thought it was very successful. So
well, your compliment is fully accepted, and yeah, it took a long time, and I've taken a break from it, and now I'm just now getting back into it. It is a lot of fun.
Just performing it, you mean? Yeah.
Well, because it was such a weird thing, because it took me 3 years to make them all. And I kind of did like some of the easier ones first, and then saved some of the really extra hard ones for last, or some of the weirder ones I was like more unsure about how I was going to do them, like Mercury, Uranus, Jupiter, obviously being like the biggest one that has like all the different
that one was like my favorite.
Everyone else. Yeah, that one was a doozy. That was one of the last ones I did. Yeah, I remember going to the Romero Institute, and the last Romero Institute that I went to before I premiered the arrangement at ASU. Pepe said something to me like, when you do the concert, you got to make it so that nobody talks for the whole time, because the piece like very slowly like fades out into nothing, and he's like, there should be no applause, no anything. You just like get up and walk off the stage in silence. Right, so I was cool. I was like, how am I going to do that? Because I'm going to have to go out there, and the audience is not going to expect that,
right? And
they're going to want to make noise. So how am I going to, make that happen? And then COVID hit, and then it was like I only had 2 people in the audience that day, and it was my teacher, Maestro Gigi Kim, and one of my little brothers, Ben, and those people to this day, it's been about 2 years, I think, since I graduated. Those people to this day are the only people in the whole world that have ever actually heard me play the song all the way through in a live setting.
The full suite.
So, right. Yeah. Sitting down, I've sat down in front of them, and I played through the whole thing with their undivided attention. And it was the only 2 people. So I'm super hyped. I'm planning in May, I'm hoping to do some sort of collaboration with a planetarium or something. Maybe like do a fundraiser for a planetarium or something, and play out on the observatory deck or something. But
yeah,
a man can dream. A man can dream.
That kind of just writes itself. I mean, that's like brilliant to try to have some sort of concert at a planetarium. That would be so cool.
It was after I came up with the idea and I started kind of meeting with people to try to make it happen. Somebody left a comment on my premiere video, and they're like, man, wouldn't it be, just imagine you do this, but on the observatory deck at a planetarium. I'm like, man, you have no idea.
I'm 2 weeks
I'm
ahead
like,
of you.
I'm right on it, man. I'm right.
Yeah.
But whether or not I get that lined up, I'm gonna be playing it at the Romero Institute for sure. By the way, shameless plug. Anybody that wants to go, the Romero Institute dates have been released earlier than ever, and it's like the cheapest way to study with one of the most ultimate legends of the guitar alive, Pepe Romero, and his entire family. So it's really, really cool. And I think it's going to be June 3rd through June 6th. I don't know. Let me look this up. But it's going down. We got to go, guys. We got to go.
I listened to this episode where you interviewed Pepe.
It's June 12th through 18th, 2023.
Right.
Nice.
It's going down. It's going down. But yeah, hopefully we'll keep doing some more interviews. We got to interview Togahan. Tony. We got to get him in here and have him explain to us how microtonal music works. Oh my gosh.
That stuff is cool. I've seen some videos on YouTube. I feel like the microtonal guitar videos are popping up like on my suggested like stuff in YouTube. I'm seeing more of them lately on YouTube, just performances, arrangements, and stuff like that. And so cool. I would love to one day, get one and like figure it out and play on it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Don't you have a couple, Tony? Don't you have at least one of those microtonal
but
with the shuffle of frets?
They are working on getting that technology out to people. So it's, manufacturing this kind of stuff is a difficult process, but hopefully.
You said you had one with the frets slide in and out.
I don't have it.
Oh, but you just got to try it.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I'm hopefully I'm on a list of
that would be so cool.
So yeah.
That would be so freaking sick, man.
Have you guys seen the fretless classical guitars?
Oh yeah.
Tony's
probably more familiar than me with that kind of stuff. With fretless
I've never played one of those.
I have a fretless classical guitar.
Nice. Did you make it yourself? Like, did you just...
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I ask because there's a company, I forget the name of the guy. I think he's based out of California. He's on Instagram and I think he works with Alhambra and they have a line.
Is Fret Buzz, right? Buzz.
Yes, that guy. Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so they're now actually making fretless guitars, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah. I think it's probably still better to buy one that was designed to be fretless, because you need lower action, and I'm not sure if I really set mine up correctly, but that's a whole other topic. They're hard to play. You have to play on the fret line to be in tune. So
that's weird.
When you're doing a chord shape, you're not always able to play. I mean, imagine you have to play right on every fret line.
Yeah, that would change how I think we're like our hands are a little used to the forgiveness.
You're very limited. So it is harder. And then, frets give you sustain. So when you don't have frets, you have even less sustain on an instrument that already has no sustain. So the difference between an open string and a fretted note is like really big. So that's why they all play with like extra reverb, and they usually play like acousto-electric fretless guitars. I don't really see too many people play unplugged ever. Anyway, I talk about this topic forever, but yeah,
it's cool.
No, you were the one who told me to get the bass, the acoustic bass fretted for the album project that I did recently. Yeah, you think the Planets was cool? Check this shit out. I got a whole book of electronic music that's coming out, like Sweet. EDM stuff arranged for pluck string ensemble and percussion. That's going to be coming out. That's the next big one. But Tony was like, yeah, if you're going to do all acoustic instruments, You definitely don't want to get like a fretless bass because you want it all to have like the same amount of sustain, and you want to be able to like have more accuracy of pitch and all that stuff. So that's a funny thing. One of these days, I'll take the frets off of one of these guys and jam out.
Yeah.
Maybe on an electric guitar.
It's like I think it's just like the mental block of like I want to peel the frets off. Like I feel like I would like ruin the guitar. Like I would really have to get like a beater guitar that I wouldn't if I broke it. Like I would be like whatever. But I'm so afraid of doing that.
Do you have any wanky instruments?
Not like in the guitar family. Like I have an ocarina and I have like a kalimba, and I have some of those stuff, but I don't have any like cool. I really would love a lute one day. Oh man, that is awesome. That looks so cool.
I got that guy, and I got where's my other dude here? I got that guy.
Oh, what is that 10?
That's a 9-string.
9? Wow. How do you even?
It's really cheap.
How do you get to those bass notes on the 9th string?
You do it like a lute. You don't.
So they're just you use them for your open strings.
Yeah, and they're stepwise.
Gotcha.
I consider the guitar to be a harp guitar once it has stepwise strings.
Sure.
In addition to the skipping strings, because if you have like an 8-string, like a bronze guitar, you can have 2 skipping strings added to the bass, or it can have a skipping string below and a skipping string up top, so you have like a high A instead of a high E. Yeah. So I'm like, that's not harp guitar. Harp guitar is going to have stepwise strings and regular guitar like skipping strings at the same time. So 10 string. I will say, once you get 9-string, you will want 10. So just get as many strings as you can, early as you can. Nice. Try to satiate that addiction to having as many strings as possible.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Now I need 10 grand for a freaking double-headed Dresden 13-string guitar. You ever seen one of those Dresden guitars with the 2 heads? No, Tony, let me screech here.
You're gonna have to hire like a full-time string changer.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I already feel like I have to do that with my with all the instruments I got right now. I have never changed the harp guitar string since I got that thing like 2 years ago, like right after I graduated, as a little graduation present to myself.
Nice.
Anyways, here's the
I've seen pictures of like some of these types of guitars, with double headstocks. Yeah. That's so beautiful.
Themes.
Wow.
Oh man. Isn't that something? Yeah,
that's gorgeous. It looks like it's like the guitar version from the movie The Thing. It's just like morphed and now it has 2 heads intersecting.
Well, it's like you ever seen Swan Neck Broke Lute? Buddy Joe Harris used to play. That's what it's modeled after. It's modeled after one of these babies.
Oh yeah, with that might have been where I've seen 2 it, heads. Like these lutes with 2 heads. Yeah,
that's what it's modeled after.
Yeah,
13-course Swan Neck. There's a 13-string Dresden right there. Boom.
Yeah,
boom.
Really gorgeous. I think if I were to buy another instrument, I think next in line would be like some sort of lute. Would love to learn how to play lute, just for fun, You
can. You probably already know this, but if you look up the Lute Society of America (LSA), they have lutes for rent.
I did not know that. That's awesome to know. That's so cool.
Society. Let's see if we can't rent one on the show.
I have my wallet.
We'll send it to Tony's place in Turkey.
Do you need my card number? I'll read it aloud.
Hire a lute professional. Lute for beginners. Instruments. Lute rental program in their insurance. And then challenges. Lutes are expensive. Facts.
$50
you have to have a membership.
A month.
Oh,
It's, you know,
that
I
could
guess
be a lot.
reasonable.
But then after you've returned the loot, your $300 deposit is refunded.
Hmm.
Interesting. So it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but they are like, they do have like premium.
Still,
premium
though,
instruments, which would be like 10 grand to get.
I think that's a good idea, though, for like, yeah, what if I play lute for like 3 months and I'm like, I don't want to,
That's
it's not for
true.
me. I don't want to continue it. Like, all right, cool. I'm out like $200, you know, whatever. No, not the end of the world.
Yeah, how much longer you got in the DMA program?
I'm graduating in a month.
Ah, I was gonna say you use those school funds.
Yeah, I mean, that's
But look at that. There's a swan neck Baroque lute,
that's awesome.
5.5 grand. It's not more than a classical guitar.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm glad you told me about this because like this probably would be the route I go if I ever wanted to like purchase a lute. I would probably try it first, rent it. You know, that's awesome.
Well, and I don't know that the ones that I'm looking at now are the ones
Vihuela
for
too.
purchase.
Oh
Yeah, they have pages and pages. Look at that, all the way to like 11,
gosh.
page 11.
This
beyond.
website's dangerous.
yeah,
Search.
no. I was gonna be up late at night trying to.
And these are not for these are the ones for sale. These are not the ones for rent.
No.
But yeah, look at that. All the different vihuelas that they have for
cool.
sale. Oh, that one's pretty. Wow. That one's pretty.
Yeah, I like the lighter wood color on those vihuelas. It's really
I like the
really
little
striking.
decorations, the little spots.
Yeah. Oh, man, so cool.
So pretty. Yeah.
We should all just start like a period ensemble. We'll all play these old instruments.
Those are cool. I love it when we can find people on YouTube who have done like contemporary stuff on lutes.
Yeah.
All right. Are we kicking this guy out to do the outro, or is he gonna stay?
No, we could do it while he's here, but stop screen sharing.
Come on, Tony. I'm trying to live my best life. I'm trying to get Jim here roped up into playing the oldest board game in the world.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta know more about that. We gotta stay in touch here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
You know, it's funny. I have a whole extra guest room too, and nobody ever takes me up on it. So any guitarists, except for Christopher Parkening, you can't come over. But any other guitarists, they can come over to hang out in my guest room.
Is there a spicy story about Parkening or something?
How many are there not spicy stories about Parkening? No, Tony, you're gonna have to edit all this out.
No. We'll talk.
Tom, yeah.
All right, where's my freaking line? What is this?
One.
Where's my line? I don't know. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you like what you saw, please leave us a like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you have a favorite arrangement from today's episode or if we missed one.
All right. Big thank you to all the guitarists we talked about today. Check out all their videos. The links are in the description below and the show notes. And big thank you to our guest today, Jim Reyelt. We'll be hearing more from him soon, I'm sure. We'll put your links in the description as well.
Sure, thanks.
Yeah, cool.
This was awesome. Thanks for having me on. This was really fun. I'm gonna go make an arrangement of Dire Docs now.
Perfect. And good luck with the recital tonight. Hope that goes well.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks. I'm excited, and as you guys know, I'm almost more excited for it to be done.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the dinner after the recital's over.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.